I so this video is to introduce everyone to the community aspect of Upskill Circle. So Upskill has a number of different sides. There is the community aspect of Upskill, there is the courses and instructor aspect of Upskill, and then there's also the ebook or e-material sales part of Upskill. Not many people deal with the community aspects of the Upskill. Most people just concentrate on taking courses or buying items. But I want to use this video to bring some sort of information about the community aspect of Upskill and how instructors and also vendors can build communities around their products. Now, the community aspect of Upskill is very critical to the success of instructors and vendors on the platform. Now, this is a social media kind of environment that we have added to Upskill. So the profile from the very beginning, you can see, is much more like your typical Facebook kind of timeline or your time bomb. So this kind of interface just mirrors what you are used to on various social media platforms. So to get to the community aspect of Upskill, all you have to do is to click on the community tab over here. And once you do that, this sort of interface will load up for you. So we've made it easy for you to look at the percentage score of how much you have done in terms of your profile, filling in your profile details. And as you can see, this specific profile hasn't done so much of putting in specific details, profile pictures, cover photos, etc. So this board will show you if you have completed your profile or your profile is at a satisfactory level or not. So this is to give some sort of guideline on maximizing your profile on the community. All right. There are other features that you can see straightforward, right? You can see that you can create a post. So this is where you can create a post. So you can see that some other people have created posts. Now, if any course is launched on the platform, automatically it is shown on the community. So you can see that we launched this free course on how to create and also sell your courses, and it was automatically launched on this community. People can react to your posts, the usual reactions that you are familiar with. People can also create posts by themselves. As you can see, one of the instructors on the platform has created a post, and the more posts you create, the more points you actually rack up. So as you can see, he's doing quite a good job in building some sort of followership. Now, when you create a post, people or community members can simply interact with your post, or they can also comment on it. As you can see, for example, this is a post that was created by this same author, and then there are comments that were provided on that specific post. So the community aspect of Upskill is to enable you to build followership like you do on Facebook or any other social media platform. Now, this is critical to your success on the website or on the platform, because the more followership you build, the more these people are notified when you release a course or you release some sort of book sale. All right. So this is your typical Facebook or social media interface, and almost everything you can do on these social media platforms, you can also do over here. Now let's look at how to create a post. If you want to create a post, you can simply click on here, right? And then you get this widget that pops up. Now you can add a picture, you can attach a picture to your post, or you can just write it as a text, right? So let's say this is a demo post, right? And you can also format the text, usually how you are able to do it. So formatting your text, whether you want to italize it or align it or justify it, all this is possible over here. Then you can also call on to a friend. So these are all the connections or friends that I have on this platform. So I can just simply tag him, and then he will have a specific notification that I have created this post. You can also use various sort of emojis, right? So the emojis that you are familiar with, you could just essentially interact with them. There are different types of emojis on the platform, so you can just select based on which is okay with you. We have different types of emojis, and you can just go through which one is appropriate for the kind of post you want to make. And when you are done, you just simply post, and then your post will appear on your timeline. Now, another very important thing is, whilst you are creating your posts, you can decide whether you want only your friends or all members on the platform to see, or you want only your friends on the platform to see, or you want to restrict it to only you. So this is possible on Upskill. You can make your post public. In that case, everybody on the platform will see it, or just members on this community will see it, or just your specific connections or your friends on the platform will see it, or only you will see it. This is also totally possible on Upskill Circle. So this can be used as an instructor. Let's say you are launching a course, but you want only your students to be notified of that course. Then you can simply restrict the post to your students so that only your students will see it on their timeline. All right. So hopefully this shows that this is quite a relatable interface, and you use this as a powerful tool to build followership, to build connections, and to also build popularity on Upskill. This is a powerful feature on Upskill to promote your own content and also to build followership. Now, a very important part of the community is your ability to rack up points. So the more you interact with the community, the more points you gain. So as you can see, different people have made posts and they rack up points, right? Now, when your points reach to certain thresholds, you begin to have special discounts on the platform. So let's say that if you get to your points gets to, for example, 200 points, maybe you get about a 5% discount on any course of your choosing. So this is a system that we've inputted into the platform to make it more interactive and to make sure that everybody is contributing and growing with the platform as we get more people interacting with the platform. Okay, so one very critical part of your success on the platform, like you do on, for example, Facebook, is your profile, right? Your profile needs to be interesting. 57% isn't very good. And you can simply click here to fill in your profile details. Or another way to go about completing your profile is by clicking on your profile name over here. And here you see a number of choices, right? You can edit your profile details over here, whether you want to input a profile picture or a cover photo, etc. Or you can also edit your account details over here. So let's look at profile, for example. Let's click on profile. Okay, so this is our profile, right? Straight away you can see we don't have a profile picture, and we also don't have a cover photo. So you can simply click on here and just upload your own profile picture on your device, or you can also upload your cover photo on your device. All right, so do this. You should have a profile picture on a standby, and then you are able to just select it and upload it. So I have a profile picture that I have optimized. So let's go to profile picture, and let's just pick one profile picture on my system. Yep, this looks good. So I upload that. You can also take a picture if you are on your phone, and then you can just crop based on how you want it to look. I think covering more grounds like this would do us much better. So this looks good. So we crop, and then the picture is saved for us. Now you can also upload your cover photo, and I have an existing cover photo. So I'll select it from my system. Yep, this looks good. We also get the opportunity to upload that, and then yeah, that's done. So now let's look at our profile picture. Let's view our profile now. Yep. Okay, the cover picture doesn't look that great. It doesn't cover very much, but you get the idea of how to upload that. So this now is good. Now when we go back to the community, for example, now that we've uploaded the cover picture, and also you can see we are now at 86%. So this shows that our profile is now getting some sort of character. All right, let's add some more details. For example, so let's say that we want to add a little description about ourselves and to give some more context of who we are, etc. You can definitely edit your account details over here. So let's just, for example, edit just to make sure that all our info here is correct and up to date. So you can re-input your first name, last name, your nickname, and please note that your nickname here is what appears here in your URL. So it's a very important aspect of Upskill, and it just gives you some sort of way for others to come directly to your profile. And then you can also just input your number. If you want your number to be public, you can determine that here. If you want it to only appear for yourself, you can also restrict it to yourself. You can also restrict your number only to your specific connections, and that is totally possible over here. All right, so now that we've made sure that our details are proper and everything is in place, wait, let's input a number. So this is Upskill's number, and we want to change this to only our connection. So only our friends or people connected to us will be able to see this number. So now let's save changes. And now let's see from the front end whether we've completed the profile. Yeah, so you can see that the edit your profile section has now moved away. That means that our profile is now 100% complete. So when your profile is 100% complete, it will be removed automatically from the board. All right, so now this looks quite good. Would you say that let's create a post and let's see how that looks like? Okay, so I want to make, before I create the post, I want to make a new friend. So let's say that I want Mr. Matt Dang to be a friend. So I hover over his username, and then I click on connect, or I can just follow or maybe just view his profile. So let me look at Mr. Matt Dang's profile to make sure that he's the kind of person I want to be a friend. So I want to connect to him. So I've sent him now a friend request by clicking this button. If he's interested, he looks through my profile and he wants to be a friend, he can simply accept my friend request. Let's say I want to follow him and make sure that I also receive notifications every time Mr. Matt Dang also creates a post. So I follow him. So this now gives the opportunity for me to be notified anytime he creates a post. So now that we have a few friends in our backyard, why not now create a post? So let's say that I want to add my profile picture. So I pick my good old profile picture. Yes, I upload it. And this was the post that we wanted to create. But let's now make it something more interesting. So let's say hi. Okay. So, hi, I'm new on this platform. I'm open to meeting new people. Send a message if you want to connect. Why not add a happy social media kind of emoji? So I click on the emoji icon and then let's say I'm looking for happy. Okay. So, okay, let's just look through and see which ones we get. Yeah. Let me add a police emoji. That looks cool. Yes. How about I call some of my connections? I tag Upskill and then I tag, for example, Elizabeth. I want them to see my posts. All right. So now I feel like this is good. Um, Maybe let me bold this, make this bold. Yeah. Now this looks quite like what I want to achieve. So my post now is what I want to achieve. So now let's post. I submit my posts and then boom, right? So it looks like our picture didn't load quite well. So we can just basically um, go here and then delete it, or maybe also we can edit our posts. But in all sense of intent, our post has now been created and people can now interact with it. They can like our posts or just maybe interact with it or even send a comment, etc. So this is how you create a post on Upskill, but this doesn't end here. Now, apart from this aspect of Upskill, there's also groups, right? So groups are specific kind of mechanisms for instructors to create communities around their content. So if you are an instructor, you will see this create a group icon and you can simply just click on it and then create your own group. All right. But if you are not an instructor, you will not be able to create a group. This is only something that instructors can do. But even if you are not an instructor, you can also join any group of your choice, depending on whether it's a paid group or a free group. So this here is a free group that anybody can join. And this here is a specific course group that you have to be a member of the course, or you have to be taking the course to be a member of this group. All right, but we are an instructor, so let's try creating a course. Let's try creating a group. So I click on this create a group icon, and then you can now submit the group details as you want. You can also add, let's say that we want our group to be top tutor group. So let's say that we want this group is for elite instructors, right? So we create the group and then we move on to now set who can be a part of the group. So this is where you determine whether you want the group to be a public group or a private group or a hidden group. So a public group, anybody can join it. So that was what we were looking at. For example, when we looked at this group, this is a public group, right? So anybody on the platform at all can join this group. They can just simply click and then join it. Now, if your group is specifically a private group, then this is an example of a private group. So only people who have subscribed to this course would be able to join that group. But if your group is a hidden group, these groups you can only join them if the person sends you a specific invite. So it doesn't matter whether you are a member of the course, you are taking the course or not. Unless the person invites you into the group, you will never be able to join it. Okay, so you have to determine what sort of group you want it to be, whether you want it to be a general access group, course specific group, or a hidden group that unless you invite somebody, they will not be able to join. Now, group invitations, if you want group members to be able to add other members to the group, this is where you determine that. Or if you want only the organizers and moderators to be able to join, this is where you determine that. And if you also want the feed, so when you create a post in the group, so look at this, like for example, a WhatsApp group, right? So you create a post in the group, you want only group members to see it, or you want the activity feed to show only for group members, or you want it to show only for organizers or moderators, or organizers only. That is where you moderate that. So you determine who can see the activity feed from the group. All right. You also determine who can post photos. Yeah, all of these things you do here, and who can build group album, photo albums. All of this is also determined here, and who can send group messages. So just like you have on WhatsApp where you can restrict who can send messages, you can also do that over here. So now that we've covered the basics for this specific group, we move on to the next section where we look at creating a forum for a group. Now, groups can be, for example, a group discussion. You can send posts to group members, etc. But a forum is for discussions, right? So you can look at groups like a WhatsApp group where you can send notifications, but forums are for where people can now discuss on various topics. So if you want to create a specific forum for the group, you can just click on this where you say, yes, I want to create a forum or a discussion forum for this specific group. So group, you can look at it from the WhatsApp perspective, right? You have a group where you notify members of the latest announcements, the latest news, etc. But also, after you've posted the announcement, your group members can also have discussions on those announcements, and they do those discussions on forums. So it's a good idea to just have forums for every group, so that's where group members can have banters, debates, discussions, etc. So now that this has been set up, we've created a forum for this specific group. We can now add group photos and group cover images, etc., etc. So if you have an existing group photo, you can upload it. So this is your group photo, this square box over here, this is your group photo, and then this rectangular one is your group cover photo, right? So your group photo and then your group cover photo. So you have to have this on your system already, then you upload it and you are able to move forward with that. So I already have a group photo, so I'll just select my photo from my album. I think this is good for a group photo. Well, so there is an upload error. So I really uploaded it and then it worked. So I just want this specific aspect to be, yeah, so that's good. So I'll crop it. And then we are good to go. This is now our group photo. Now let's look at our cover photo. I also have another cover photo that I want to upload. So this is a good cover photo. So I select it. Yeah, and that's now done, right? So let's move on to the next. And the next, we are looking at invites. So if you have people you want to invite to join the group, right, you can just essentially invite people. So your connections, your students, your friends, if you want them to join the group, you just invite them as and when that is convenient for you. All right, so I want to invite these two people. So they will receive an email and they will also receive a notification inviting them. There'll be a link that they can just simply click to join the group. All right, so now we move on to the next step. All right. So if you want to add a course to your group, so let's say you have a number of courses that you want your group members to be able to take, you can simply add those. And you want to regulate the sort of activities their course members should be able to do in interacting with the course. So you want the group members to be able to enroll into the course automatically. This is also possible. And then you can just come here and you can select your course. I don't have a course, but if you have a course for this specific account, they will appear here and you'll be able to select them. All right. So this is how you can associate a course with a group so that group members can take that course specifically. Now that we are done, I've I've been my attention has been drawn to the fact that we've not actually sent the invites. So we are going back to send the invite. We want to send the invite um to Ariana and then to Charles. And then we want to click here to make sure that the invite has been sent. So you click here and then yep, the invite has now been sent to them. Then now we can click on the next step and then we can now finish. All right, so we've successfully created a group. We've also associated that group to specific courses. Look at our group, it looks very nice. And when we're talking about the discussion or the forums, this is where all that discussion will happen. So group members will be able to come here and then they can have discussion, they can create new discussions, and just have debates or banters with each other. You can have group photos, photo albums. You can send messages to group members. You can send more invites. You can manage group. You can also look at group members, etc. So groups allow you to build community around your course specifically, so that only specific people or your students can be able to join and interact with your courses, and they can have discussions, they can have debates, they can have tutorials, and basically discussions around your specific course or your content on the community. So the combination of the community and the groups give you a powerful tool to grow followership, to grow activity on the platform, and also to grow your content on the platform. So you need to know how to balance the two, or to merge and combine the two to get the best out of them. All right, so this tutorial has shown us about how to create groups and also how to post content on the platform. And you can also follow people, follow friends, etc., make connections, etc., create posts on the platform and then grow your followership. Yes, and please do not forget to follow us on our various social media platforms. We'll be posting more updates over there also. Thank you very much.